Next up, I wanted to talk about the if statement. Now, there is nothing particularly exciting with regards to the if statement. It's similar to the way that Java does it, except that there is one fairly major difference which it's important to be aware of. So first of all, there is no ternary operator, the question mark and following colon operator. Instead, there is an if just for everything else. So for example, let's suppose that I have a temperature reading. So I have a temperature reading of so many degrees, and then here I want to tell you how it feels outside. So I say val feel of type string, and then I initialize it. And the way I do it is with an if statement. So I say if the temperature is less than 10, then feel is equal to cold. Else if temperature is greater than 20, then it's warm. Talking about Celsius, obviously. Otherwise, feel is equal to okay. So, and then I can print line, for example, it feels feel outside, like so. All right, so this works, and let me comment out the nullability stuff. Let's run this and see that it does actually function, but there is nothing particularly unusual about this. So it feels okay outside because the temperature is 20, and it has to be greater than 20 for it to feel great. Okay, so what you can do instead is you can take into account the fact that the if statement is itself an expression. What this means is that the if statement itself returns some sort of value that you can assign. So instead of doing a feel like this, what I can do is I can say val feel equals, and then just stick the entire if statement in here. So instead of saying feel equals, we're simply returning at each branch of the if statement, we're returning a value which is a string. So we're essentially saying that if the temperature is less than 10, then feel gets assigned a value of cold. Else if temperature is greater than 20, we assign the value warm, else okay. And the end result here is absolutely the same, but it makes it more convenient to write. So you can sort of merge the declaration and the determination of the value into a single block of code. And this is something that you can also use inside the string interpolation expressions as well. So for example, I can print line it is, and then I can define how it feels today. So inside this expression, I can put an if. I can say if temp greater than 20, then warm, else okay, I suppose. And that's something that we can send out and actually print. And notice, yes, we're completely justified in including double quotes inside what's essentially a double quote thing, because when the dollar and the curly brace, they create kind of an environment inside the string where you can write ordinary code, and this code is also checked by these. So this is great, and it also works thanks to the fact that if is in fact an expression. And that's pretty much all that I wanted to say about the if statement.